Manga Monday, so good to me. Manga Monday, I'll probably get sued if I sing anymore. So I'll stop. Hello, cats and kittens, whatever Jose, Yoroshku, and welcome to Manga Mondays. Back with a review, my impressions of One Piece chapter 1015, Chains. I missed my last Manga Monday doing One Piece 1014 because it caught up. As you know, C3 Comics is doing a Kickstarter, which is a separate issue. When last week in the Kickstarter, 5 days left. Check out our Kickstarter page for Armageddon. Pledge if you like. That's on you. Appreciate the love and support that we've been showing so far. But that's why there was no review of 1014. But I'm back to review 1015, which is it's a balls out chapter. It's really good stuff. I will say, going back to 1014, just overall, the fact that Luffy was defeated, that couldn't have been a surprise to anybody. I mean, and the reasons why. He just learned to use Conqueror's Haki offensively. The fact that he ran out of Haki or whatever, tapped out at some point to Kaido is absolutely understandable. Nobody should be mad about that. Nobody should have expected him to win that fight at that time. Picking up. He's cast into the sea like a stone, sinking like a stone. The battle rages on with, I got to give props to my man, Chopper. Okay. And another thing, I will go back on 1014. I'm not entirely clear on this, but Chopper's extension of the time that he can use his Rumble Ball and Monster Point. I got to go back in there and really look at it and see, was that completely Caesar Clown's doing? Or was that something that he worked on? Or if Caesar Clown extended the usage of his Monster Point with the Rumble Balls, I don't really dig that, to be honest with you. Because again, I need Chopper to get his props as a doctor, independent of anybody else. You know what I'm saying? If he extended that on his own based on his knowledge, fine. I don't really want Caesar Clown helping him with his Rumble Balls. That's his thing, in my opinion, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. But I wasn't really feeling that. You know what I mean? That's not really, I didn't really dig that. But it is what it is. But I will give credit to my man Chopper for another reason. And that is this. I'm always getting on Nami and Usopp, you know, the cowardly duo and whatever. In my opinion, my man Chopper stood up, man. I mean, he's not a threat to Queen. But he stood in the gap and fought. You know what I'm saying? He stood in there and fought against a second. Maybe he don't even know that he's a second commander, Yonko commander. He's fighting. You know, I'll forget, you know, the tears, you know, I always get on Nami and Usopp for crying all the time, you know, they're being kind of punk, but whatever. I give Chopper, you know, the tears. You know, he's taking another bite from Queen. It looks like he's biting him on the shoulder in the opening panel, and he's just heard that Luffy's been defeated. And you know, the official translation, he says, "What are we supposed to do now?" So he's up in his feelings. His captain, as far as he knows, has been defeated. He's fighting this dude that he knows that he can't beat at this point. Frustration, pain, whatever, however you want to put it. He stood up to a second Yonko commander, whatever you want to call it, and he fought the guy. He fought his little heart out, and I love Chopper for that. You know what I'm saying? All that I'm asking is for the lower tiers to fight. Now he's gonna, at some point, he's got to get his fight to prove, you know, so he can get his win. Everybody has to get a win at some point. But even taking the Elder Queen, you know, which he was supposed to anyway, the Bama fought. You know what I'm saying? Give him props for that. Don't sleep on Chopper. Chopper's my dude. You know what I'm saying? Of the lower tier dudes, Don't sleep on Chopper. I mean, he's gonna come through. I want to see him get his medical props and his battle props. You know, but I'm cool with him right now. You know, so we see the word spreading. You know, that apparently Luffy's been defeated and it's affecting different people different ways. And I do love the fact that when we get to Sanji, he's using Zoro as a weapon to bat away the small fries, which is cool because Zoro was asleep anyway. Which is cool. It just illustrates their friendship. Because to be honest with you, if Sanji didn't care about Zoro, he would have left him with a lesser tier dude or stuffed him in the corner and says, I'll come back and get you later or whatever. I gotta fight. I got stuff to do. Since he wrapped him up, he's been supporting him all the way up until now. Literally holding the man up. Using him as a bat to hit small fries, true. But he has literally been supporting his friend all the way up into this time. And look who he gives him to. Doesn't hand him to some, some Samurai X or whoever, you know what I'm saying? Samurai B or whoever. You see who he hands him to. Getting back to my man Chopper. Okay. Queen, he a jerk. You know what I'm saying? He said, I was only playing games with you because I thought you wanted to play. So he's just toying with this dude for fun. And I'm going to backtrack a little bit on your man, Sparrow. He a punk in the respect that, he takes cheap shots at people. He's not really mixing it up himself. He's just taking cheap shots at people while they're engaged in a fight, which is a villainous thing to do. So points for that, you know what I'm saying? But he's taking cheap shots at people who are engaged in battle. And so he comes with, what is he called? Apocalyptic candy shower. He's just going to rain down these candy arrows on everybody. And Queen, he's mocking my man Chopper as, the arrows are about to come down. And Sanji comes in with a boss level moment unique to him. You know what I mean? The arrows, and first he has his Nakama, his boy Chopper, about to get beaten down, chewed on by Queen. One. Then you got arrows that are going to rain down and affect everybody in the battlefield, in the arena, in that area. So what does Sanji do? You would say all that he can do is kick stuff. So what hope does he have of, resolving either situation? All he does is kick stuff back and forth. It's a simple ability, basically a kung fu fighter. Kicks Queen so hard that his head spins around like a top and deflects the arrows, saving Chopper and everybody in the battle area at the same time. Intelligence, the thinking man Straw Hat. That is a unique effort particular to Sanji. I think I give Oda props for giving him that entrance. It's not just, an entrance to flex, and say, oh, he kicked Queen and knocked him, whatever. He hit him with that rotisserie and used him as a means to save everybody else. The dude, I think it was a great entrance for Sanji. And illustratively, just the illustration is awesome. You see him, obviously this isn't going to put Queen down, but it hurt. It was a good kick. You know what I'm saying? This ain't even a big name kick. He's going to do worse than this. And notice he's holding on to Zoro at the same time. Okay, that is boss level entry. That is a boss level entry. So I was really feeling that. And then when we get down to it, another thing, when he's speaking to Chopper, I like the interaction between him and Chopper, and he says, he gives the man credit. You know what I'm saying? You held out strong. Well done, Chopper. he's the kindest of the Straw Hats. Kindness is like his thing, you know what I'm saying? And that's like his little brother, you know what I'm saying? He knows that what he was up against. You know, he probably senses how strong Queen, and he was like, dude, props. I love that. I love that. I love the interaction between the Straw Hats, and you know, this is good stuff. And even when he kind of scolds him, I guess you would say, he said, "Don't cry, idiot. After all, how many times have we, you know, we've been together and we've seen Luffy pull out miracles." You know, he's basically telling them, "Don't despair over, you know, what you've heard about Luffy. He's overcome the odds a lot of times. Don't worry about it." So when he says, "Don't cry, you idiot," he's not yelling at him like he's some kind of punk. You know, he's just telling them, "Buck up, man. You know, whatever." Again, I love that interaction between the Straw Hats, specifically Sanji and Chopper. On a side note, I'm wondering, even though Chopper's been able to extend his monster point, is he still going to have that side effect of being, you know, paralyzed basically once he goes back to regular? And if that's the case, this ain't the time for that. You're in the middle of a battle theater that's pretty intense. Hopefully, I don't know how that's going to work out anyway. And then another cool thing is that he finally hands Zoro off. Who does he hand him off to? He only hands him off to Chopper. Again, he could have gave him to anybody, you know, Samurai B. Hold on to this guy for me. And then he gets his dig in, you know. He's got the strength of 10 men when he's healthy. And of course, Zoro's not happy with that statement. But yeah, and then he's like, leave this dude to me. You know, he steps in to help his Nakama. This is beautiful. And then a small point, actually just one panel that I liked was the statement by Marco. When one the samurai basically said, I can't remember. No, anyway, one of the samurai said that, you know, they were impressed with his courage. He keeps fighting even though his captain's probably already dead. And Marco's statement is, this is why I like you guys. Marco's been in that situation. He's seen Whitebeard die in front of his eyes, and they had to keep on fighting. So when he sees that in the Straw Hats, he has to admire. You know what I'm saying? I love that. You know what I'm saying? First thing I did, I had to call back to a Marine. You know, the Whitebeard pirates, when they saw him go down, you know, they was crying, whatever. They was in their feelings, but you keep fighting, you know. So he sees that in the Straw Hats, and of course, you know, he admires it. Then, you know, we get to Kaido walking past the down bodies of Kanjuro and forget her name, homegirl with the one arm. Anyway, both of whom appear to be dead. Although, is it Kiku? Kiku? I can't remember. Anyway, and then come to my man, Kennymon, who took, I mean, if it wasn't a Thunder Bagua, I don't know what he hit him with, but it hurt. He hit him with King's Haki, reinforced, hit. And he's still alive. Well, coming to this point anyway. It's very emotional stuff. I mean, he hit him, and I think he meant to kill him just in a one shot, but his desire to serve his master and protect his master's son, he's standing there, he's sitting, laying there kind of with a broken sword, still willing to fight, you know. And the flashbacks, you know, it's heartbreaking, man. And Kaido just stabs the man. I mean, face your death like a warrior. The problem with defeat is so few can accept it when it arrives, Kaido's words. And he stabs him through the back. That was rough. I mean, well, it's kind of hard to look at. I'm glad they silhouetted that joint, but I don't think Kennyman's dead. I don't think he is. But to be honest with you, if he was, I'm cool with it. That's a great death. That's a great death. The flashbacks might lend, you know, Manga anime, when you get that flashback, which pretty much spells curtains for you, but usually it's a more lengthy flashback. But just if he's dead, I'm fine with that. You know, Kanjiro, I'm definitely fine with him being dead. But if this is the end for Kinemon, he died a good death. You know, he stayed the course. He fought to the end. I respect that. Then we have Momonosuke's emotional plea to everyone on the battlefield to keep fighting. I don't know exactly how this is communicated to him, but Luffy, through whatever means, the voice of all things, communicates to Momo that he's still alive. The way it's kind of weird because it's as if Luffy was doing like a Charles Xavier type, specifically telling him, Momo, tell them, that I'm going to do whatever. But I'm thinking this is more emotion than it is him thinking these thoughts to Momonosuke, because this is almost like, hear me, Leia, hear me in Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? It's like some Force type situation, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's more of an interpretation through the voice of all things of what Luffy's intentions are. Momo, tell them I'm going to beat Kaido. I think that's his feelings, his emotions, more so than his actual words. And it affects everybody on the battlefield. You see Jinbei smiling, people respond to that. Luffy's going to win. Everybody gets their second win in their fight. And even Chopper, he looks chipper again. Frankie smiling. Everybody is affected by that, and they're not going to give up. They're going to keep fighting until the end. That was I like that. I really respected that. The jutsu. Shinobu's jutsu that she uses. Oh, she rots things. That's true. So she rotted. Kaido was about to deal a death blow to Momonosuke, and then she uses the rat Nami, or whatever you want to call it, so that where they're standing falls off, I guess, and they escape. I'm trying to follow that. I believe that's how it works. And then we see that indeed the Heart Pirates find Luffy, who was still unconscious. So again, I don't think that he's actively speaking to Momonosuke through telepathy. This is his heart's intentions, or whatever, however that works. And so I don't know if this is going to be a stall for time type situation, or off-screen Luffy's going to get better some kind of way and get his second, third, or fourth win and rejoin the battle. When that happens, we don't know, but everybody has to hold on to that point. I'd be curious as to what he figures out that's going to help him defeat Kaido, if he's going to do it one-on-one. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Another thing is that we find out that Zeus is somehow in Nami's clam attack. He's embodied it now. It's become a homie, I guess. Cool. She got her upgrade. I'm fine with that. That's beautiful. Now they can take out Ulti or whoever it is that's chasing. That's fine. Kid and Law are fighting Big Mom. They can't win that fight. I don't see how they would. Unless, I think this would be a situation where Kid maybe levels up and shows some level of prowess that he hasn't shown up until this point, but we'll see. But I like the fact that Law is basically telling him, let's put differences aside or whatever and just fight together, temporary alliance, truce or whatever, and take her out, which is common sense. Whether or not Kid listens to him, we don't know. And then finally we have um, Yamato confronting her father, and she's gonna fight him, I guess, at some point. That's fine, we saw that was coming anyway. Overall, an emotional chapter, a very good chapter, especially again the interaction between the high points to me was the interaction between Sanji and Chopper. That was the high point for me. Also, the Momonosuke's plea to everyone to keep fighting. I'm gonna love to see that animated. It's gonna be pretty emotional. And I can hear the music now in my head. It's gonna be pretty good. But mainly, Chopper's my MVP. Even though he took a L, essentially, he's my MVP for standing up. And I like the fact that Sanji gave him props for that. He gave him props. Where's it at? You held out strong. Well done, Chopper. Give that Bama his props because he fought. He fought. That's all I want from the lower tier, fight. And then how these fights are going to play themselves out, I mean, a lot of stuff is getting off screen. Sanji Queen, we had to see that fight. Sanji has to get his fight that puts him in the elite, that puts him as a second commander, Yonko commander. He hasn't fought anybody of note in the New World. Nobody. And this is a huge step. He's jumping from here to here. You know what I mean? And there's going to be ebbs and flows to it. I understand that. He's going to get the upper hand. Queen's going to get the upper hand. Queen will take him to death's door, and then we might get a new attack, and he's going to put Queen down. That's usually how it works. But he has to get this fight. And then Zoro, I'm guessing, I don't know what Chopper can do to heal him up. He can't heal him. He can help him, but Marco could heal him. Actually heal him. There's nothing the Chopper can give him that can mend broken bones. He can set bones and stuff like that just from a doctor standpoint, but there's nothing he can do about the bones that are broken and such and such. If Zoro's gonna recover and fight King, which I suspect he's gonna do, that's gonna be probably because Marco heals him up, because Marco's probably on his last leg anyway, and then Zoro takes out King. But strong chapter either way. I don't care how that works. I'm just in love with my man Chopper. The little dude got props. Fight to the end, fight to the death, whatever. So it looks like there's no break. We will get a chapter on the 13th, June the 13th. So I'm looking forward to it. I'd like to hear your comments. Do you love Chopper as much as I do? And did you love Sanji's attack as much as I do? Because it illustrated that man is a thinker. He's a thinker. Sanji's my dude. So that's it from Manga Monday. And look forward to the next chapter. Until then, stay loose.